So several months ago, I went with the knapsack to Dartmoor with my brother, my dad, and our friends. Good day there. We're on a walk in the Dartmoor, with the very handsome and very charming Thomas Stevens.
How we do? Good to see you.
He's one of my biggest fans, biggest subscribers. I'm trying out my knapsack for the first time, which is great. You have a look.
There we go, as you can see, beautifully modelled.
And we've got everything we need: water, food, high spirits, and we're just going to go for a long hike up onto the moors and see how the knapsack's going to work. And I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can adjust it and make it better. Look at that. We are in the magical place of the wood. Edible or not?
It looks dangerous, but it might be edible. It's bright red.
Mushrooms. And we're arriving at what is called the Grey Weathers. Working well. Bit of a pull here. You see where the lever's tightened against the metal strap. The first thing to take note from that experience is that, notice here we have this buckle which supposedly is there to help you put the strap on after you put the first strap on, the right hand strap, shoulder strap. But what I discovered is that this gimmick is completely unnecessary. So I've decided that I don't need this. So I'm going to copy this and replace it with just basically this, and it works absolutely fine. The second thing I need to sort out is the strap which creates separation between the knapsack and the back. Now this broke, and what I plan to do is to make my own one to replace this, because it's pretty old anyway, and I'm going to create a better system which keeps it taut. So that's got that to do. A few of these straps need replacing because they're not strong enough and they've broken. I need to adjust this and create pincer points so that this bit of leather doesn't slide up like it is doing. And I think I had to make some adjustments or add some stitches at certain points to strengthen it, because you can see here that the stitching is pulling, so I've got to figure out how to do that well. I might use buttons or something. Okay, well, let's get to work, I suppose. replace this strap with one that looks like this, I would need a strip of leather that long. I don't have that. All I have is this, which is not long enough. So my plan is to just attach that underneath there with some of these screw rivets, bolts.
Preoccupied with death from a very early age. He was, as it were, an infant prodigy of the fear of death. If death were the end of all, what larger meaning could be attached to life? Believe in any kind of transcendence or continuing life after death. The play, a long single scene, takes place in the crumbling palace. He must be told that he is to die by the end of the production, that is to say, in an hour and a half's time. The discussion takes place between his first queen, Marguerite, and his second queen, Marie, who detest one another.
Now I need to replace this strap, which helps the separation between the back and the backpack. I'm replacing it because this doesn't work so well. I need something that works better. As you can see, when I was in Dartmoor, it, under the pressure of my back, tore off, well, the rivets came off. And that's not good enough. So, time to create my own part from scratch.
Napoleon swept it away.
So last night I made this, and you can probably get, there's probably a better light on this now, and I think it's going to work well for the purpose that well, it's got two purposes really. As I said before, I have this strap where I can put a belt through, and therefore tighten the belt around my waist and hold the rucksack to my waist. But now it's about putting on straps to make it taut between these two bits of metal. So I'm going to do that now. There we go. Sort of belt, but it's a belt for the bag, not for myself. The belt for myself goes differently in there. Hello, Rowlo. Okay, so that done. Let's turn this about. So the idea, you see, this goes around here. And one of the reasons I chose black, because of sweat. You know, I can wash this, but at least the sweat from my back will not show up. So now the question is, how do we tighten this? Okay, new and approved plan. I'm not going to use string, I'm going to use straps. Here we go. Just use this pencil. Mark that. Go straight through there. Okay, right. First thing is just round this off. Voila. Not perfect, but we're not here for perfection, we're just here for utility. Oh, wow. But also some aesthetic quality is also required as a necessary function of anything we do in life. We must always consider aesthetics just as equally important as anything else. Just tension this. Okie dokie. Right. Now let's release this. There we go. Pretty good tension on that. Perhaps it was quite difficult for me to explain earlier what the function of this is without seeing it in practice. I'll just show you right now. This is in theory the belt. It goes like this all the way out there. Right, so I pop it on. Like this, in theory. it's going to be tied around the waist. A lot of the weight goes through the waist, off the shoulders. All's left to do is well, the belt's basically made. So not much else is there to do. Just got to pump some holes in here, but I don't think I need to show you that. Cut this to size. I think this can be a very successful rucksack. I'm very chuffed. Worked very long on this, very long and hard. And I'm going to use it in the real wilds, on a grand voyage I'm going to go on. Very happy. I've just sewn this together. So I'm also making, as a side, these, I suppose you can call them straps, to go over the straps. And they're going to sit here like this, and these are washable, whereas the leather you can't really wash. You can't put it through that process. And so when you're walking and you're sweating through your shoulder, this gets the brunt of the sweat, but also it doubles up as a way to hold the tube from your camel pack, so that's good. And the thing to do now is just sew down there, so it's a sleeve. It goes onto the strap as a sleeve.